everyone? Y'all already know it is your girl Ariana Chanel with the Petty Punch, and of course I'm back with another recap of Love and Hip Hop New York. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The episode first kicks off with Jonathan and Anais meeting up to basically talk about everything that went down in St. Martin. And Anais is feeling some type of way because she's like, y'all kind of try to accuse me of messing with Jacquay, and I did not mess with him. And you know, Jonathan's like, okay, like I believe that you did not mess with Jacquay, but he also wanted her to realize where he and Yandy were really coming from and how they really weren't trying to gang up on Anais, but just trying to keep it real with her. You know, of course, Bree has to tell Dream Doll everything that went down too at St. Martin, so they both meet up. And Bree tells, you know, Dream Doll, hey, I made up with Mariah, and Dream is like, not happy to hear that. Dream's like, okay, but me and Mariah still have an issue, so you should be riding for me like how I rode for you when you and Mariah had an issue. But Bree's like, let's just, you know, squash this entire thing. And she just really wants Dream to jump on board with becoming cool with everyone. So, you know, Dream goes meets with her mom to kind of clear the air and talk about everything that's been going on. And Dream kind of feels like betrayed, and she feels like she don't really know what to do because she don't know if she should be the bigger person and just, you know, make things work with Mariah because they're both on Gwenin, you know, the Gwenin team. Dream Doll's mom does give her the advice of, you know, sitting down and talking the situation out because it's such a petty situation that can literally be squashed. And, you know, as Dream is opening up to her mom, it becomes real emotional because Dream's like, you know, when dad, you know, left us, like, I didn't have a dad growing up, so I have no trust, like, for anybody. And it was just a very emotional moment. Now, Safari and Juju end up going out, and they go to this little pottery making class, and things seem to be cool. You know, Safari seems to be feeling Juju a lot more now, but Safari is there to ask Juju how he should go about making this record about St. Martin, because he wants full control, but he knows Yandy does want to help, but he doesn't want her to have too much control. Juju does tell him, like, hey, just be real with her. I'm pretty sure she will understand. But she also makes sure to tell Safari, hey, I remember I told you single and no mingle, because Safari is still trying to shoot his shot. So then Safari gets everyone together, him, Jacquay, Bree, and Mariah, and do the record together, and it actually sounds really good. So all the proceeds are actually going to charity to help those that were affected by the hurricane in St. Martin. Meanwhile, Mariah meets up with Bianca to tell her that she actually made up with Bree too, and Bianca is pissed. She's like, okay, and Mariah's trying to make things better by saying, hey, you know, you should do the record with us. And Bianca's just really not on board. So then Mariah meets with Safari about possibly getting Bianca onto this record. So Bianca shows up, and he's like, hey, I heard you want to get onto the record. And Bianca's like, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not going to be on it because of Bree's on it. She doesn't want anything to do with Bree still to this day. So Mariah's like, how about we just squash it? Like, it's not that serious. This is supposed to benefit so many more people. And Safari's, you know, trying to put his 2 cents in, like, yeah, just let it go. Like, it's not that serious. And Bree's like, no, y'all disrespected me. Y'all left me out of St. Martin. Y'all are trying to leave me out the record. She just feels really left out and betrayed because now that Mariah is friends with Bree. So she starts disrespecting Mariah, and, you know, Safari's like, yo, chill. And so then she goes in on Safari, and Bree just ends up storming out, and it was very rocky situation. It kind of seems like it's going to really play a part into Mariah and Bianca's relationship. So while Jacquay is shooting his music video, you know, Cayenne comes, and she's just checking out how everything's going, and she just apologizes to Jacquay and says, you know what, I'm going to support you. We're just going to move forward from here on out. And then all of a sudden, Anais walks through. So she invites Anais to, you know, sit down so she can get the truth. And Anais is like, I didn't do anything. And she's saying, so when you were exposing yourself, what was that? And Anais was like, look, I didn't really expose myself. It was a group of people, and the girl, Cayenne's like, okay, so you're doing this in front of a group of people. Basically, Anais doesn't want nothing to do with the situation, so she trying to pretty much dropped it and just let Cayenne keep talking and walked away. And so they seem like, you know, Cayenne and Jacquay seem to be on good terms because they wrapped it up and they were able to talk about everything and just move forward. So then Anais goes back to Jonathan, and, you know, they're going on a little ice skating day because, you know, she's not with Ruben anymore. She really just wants to hang out and get out and be free. So as Anais is telling Jonathan about the whole Cayenne situation, she basically tells him, hey, it's all handled. She didn't really want to get into too much detail, but she did want to talk to him about Ruben. So she talks to him about her husband, Ruben, and how she really is still in love with this man, and she's just really hurt and broken. And Jonathan is just there to comfort her. Now, ending the episode, Bianca goes to talk to DJ Webster. If you guys remember, they had that hit song, Chicken Noodle Soup. So she goes to talk to him, and she's like, after all these years, like, I never talk bad on your name, but you're constantly always throwing my name in the dirt. And it turns out he's the one that actually started the beef between him and Bianca. Well, DJ Webster put Brie and Bianca in competition with each other by constantly saying she's better than you, this and that. So it made Brie ultimately hate Bianca. So he actually caused that whole drama situation. So she's just upset and like, you know, why would you do that? Like, now I have bigger issues that don't even need to be had. And he's like, I didn't do anything. So, well, I guess we'll have to see what happens next week, because it will be the season finale of Love and Hip Hop New York. So be sure to tune in next week for another recap. And of course, go on to PettyPunch.com for your latest entertainment and gossip news.